There are hundreds of emails that reach me on a daily basis. One never knows what type of recording will be played when double-clicking on it. They are always different and new. But what practically never happens is the same phenomena being sent by different people and from different parts of the world. I pay attention to these details because it is not normal. It is not normal that the same phenomena is repeating itself with this amount of frequency. You do know what I mean, right? The lights that we have already shown several times keep repeating themselves constantly. As a paranormal researcher, this is why it is impossible for me not to dedicate a complete video to this phenomena and thus be able to reach the conclusion of what is happening in 2021. What could be the origin of these lights? Why are they appearing so often? Join me in this investigation. My name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present the strange invasive lights of 2021. If you are a regular follower of the channel, I know that you have already seen several of the videos that will be shown, but I need to summarize them again as part of this investigation that has actually brought to light things that we have not seen before. The first clip that came into my possession and that showed these lights was recorded in the city of Cúcuta, Colombia. The first incident occurred in a shoe factory in the storage room, where supposedly no one should have entered for hours. What caught my attention on that opportunity is that it was neither a reflection of light nor an orb of dirt, because these orbs are fuzzy and do not have that downward beam of light. Notice how it appears to be scanning the area. The following recording was sent by a man from the state of Florida, who at that time said he had terrible nightmares. Nightmares not like any other. The subject claimed to dream that he got up and was taken to a place that he did not recognize to do physical work. He remembered working and then being very exhausted. The next morning when he woke up, he remembered the dreams, but the muscles of his body were so sore that in fact, he had to request medical leave from his job due to mental and muscular exhaustion. The dreams were repeated so many times that he wanted to check the security cameras simply out of curiosity. The result was this recording. We cannot ignore the fact that its structure is way too similar. Orbs that project a beam of light at least 3 feet away. A light that moves as if it were searching for something. This time we can even see the light turn off its beam and rise until it goes through the ceiling. I have been dedicating myself to the paranormal issue for several years. Since before I opened this channel, There have been hundreds of videos of orbs that I had seen, and believe me, I have never seen cases like these. More than 5 videos have arrived during the year 2021. That is more than enough to awaken all kinds of alerts, especially when it is associated with dreams that have repercussions in real life. The following footage is new. It was uploaded by the John T. Cash channel and captured by an infrared ring camera. The difference with this is that there is not one, but there are 2 lights captured here. If you enter John's channel, you will realize that these lights visited his home from mid-July to August. For almost a month, they were showing up at his house on and off. Coincidentally, they followed the same pattern of the 2 previous events. This is not by chance. We are now in the presence of a repeated behavior. It is possible for them to simply be orbs. On the other hand, we can also rule out that this is an error of the cameras. If they manage to turn on and capture this, it is because in some way these lights do have mass. Among your comments in our past videos, many say that they may be spirits, but the orbs that could become spirits have never appeared with a downward beam of light. Besides, their movement never looks clever like these. I have met with some friends who are experts in the paranormal field to analyze each of these videos, and we have come to the conclusion they do not seem to be a phenomena of the paranormal type. If not clearly, they do not have a logical explanation. These lights would represent evidence of beings from other worlds, or perhaps even other dimensions. Accidental projections from their plane in ours, or technology of beings from other worlds. But if so, what do they do? Are certain places being scanned? Or maybe they are actually abducting the family that lives in that house, and these lights are part of all that same process. A month later, another very similar occurrence arrived. It came from the hands of a subscriber who for personal reasons did not want to reveal his identity, but did share with us an incredible scene recorded by his security camera installed on the porch of his house. From the outset, he clarifies that both the inferior and the exterior lack any type of light, which is why no member of his family walks around at night. However, at dawn, a strange sound coming from here woke him up. He thought it was a cat or a squirrel that had entered, but when he arrived, an intense light dazzled him. Due to this, he quickly checked his camera, where surprise, disbelief, and fear took over his entire being when through the screen, he witnessed the following. Observe. This light is less subtle. It shone brightly, much more than a household light bulb illuminates. Our subscriber assures us that that light was what woke him up, emitting a relentless hum, a low sound that he had never heard before, and that made the windows vibrate before disappearing completely. He is sure that it was a Foo Fighters, a sphere that according to ufology experts are of extraterrestrial origin, and that perform exploration and observation functions. Lastly, and most recently, happened during the week of October 23rd, and massively presented for the first time by Wesh 2 News, who in their newscast echoed a strange footage captured at a pastor's home in Daytona Beach. According to him, the camera turned on when it perceived movement in his living room, instant in which he was able to capture these images. Pay attention. An enigmatic object that not only divides in front of the camera, but also incurs movements that are impossible for an orb. Here, an insect or an orb of dirt is immediately discarded. The skeptics, or our logical denial, would only seek refuge in the explanation that it is light. But it cannot be that either. Ring cameras have technologies to record in complete darkness without any source of light. And this time, this is exactly how this room was, without any light. In fact, those two small highlights that are seen on the screen correspond to the technology of the camera. In an interview that the pastor had with the journalist Linda Moulton on his Earth Files channel, you can see the moment when the pastor turns on the light in that room, and the object seems to vanish completely. Therefore, it is not a dirt orb due to its movement. It is not a reflection of light because the room was completely dark, and it is not an insect due to how it is divided. Both for me and other scholars of which I have made contact, there's no doubt that we are facing a phenomena that is being strangely frequent, a type of orb that had not been seen before. Intriguing footage not to be missed, since in themselves they show that something is beginning to happen. What could it be? What is the interest behind these sightings? Should we interpret them as a warning? Leave your theories in the comment box, because this video has come to an end. My name is Leonor Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.